Hello everybody, this is DJMark2000 with Rock My Bean. And we are going to do another, the Huey Lewis and the new song, because I did already The Power of Love.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna do another of my favorite song, Do You Believe in Love?
Yes, I do.
What is that song about?
It's about it's a question. Do you believe in love?
Do you believe in love? Why there is no question mark here?
No.
Anyway, the rules of writing, you have to put the question mark.
Apparently.
Yeah, you have
But
to,
it was a really popular song in the 80s.
yeah, very popular song. Just like The Power of Love,
Yes,
from Back to the Future.
They're both iconic 80s hits.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a very good song. So let's listen now to Hue Lewis and the News. Do you believe in love?
Do you believe in love?
Yes. Do you believe in love? In 3, 2, 1, let's do it! Thank you so much, Huey Lewis and the News. Do you believe in love?
I believe in that song. That is a great song.
Yeah, that is a very good song.
It's a really good song.
Yeah, I love that song.
It was a really good song in 1980, early 1980s when it came out, and it's still just as good today. It gives me goosebumps because it takes me back to being 23 again, which is how old you are now.
Yeah.
I'm 63, so it's been a long time. but it takes you back because you remember what it was like in that decade. And this music, Huey Lewis and
Police.
the Police, and Phil Collins, those iconic musicians of the 80s, and their sound is connected to that decade very strongly.
Yeah.
And so this takes me back, and I always loved Huey Lewis's music. They were very good.
Yeah.
A very good band.
Especially the Power of Love from Back to the Future.
That was their biggest hit, but they had other hits too. They were not just a one-hit wonder. They really did have other hits.
What other hits did they have? Do you believe in love?
I can't remember the names, but I know there were at least 2 or 3 others that were also radio MTV video hits.
Yeah.
And they had MTV videos for their music. So
Cars did that too.
Well, yeah, a lot of 80s bands had to. You couldn't get, if you didn't have an MTV video, nobody listened to you. So everybody made videos. Even little bands that weren't going anywhere made. In the mall, in the shopping centers, there were little video production studios where a local band could go and get a video made. I mean, it was that crazy.
Yeah.
I was in a band, I know. But yeah, I like Huey Lewis. I like Huey's voice.
Yeah.
And I like the background vocals, the harmonies, because no one does that anymore. And I like the saxophone.
Yeah.
The saxophone. I know it's the 1980s when I hear saxophone.
Do you like the drumming?
The drumming is really good. It serves the song.
Yeah,
it serves the song very well. It's well played. The saxophone, though, it gives it that extra oomph for the bridge.
Yeah.
And you know it's the 80s when you hear a saxophone. That decade was big on saxophone.
Yeah, Simple Minds were really big in the 80s.
Well, they're another band. There were a lot of bands in the 80s. And there were
John Cars and Amos.
Well, there was pop. There was pop music like this.
Mm-hmm.
There was synth pop, which was like this, but mostly synthesizers. There was the new romantic, which is like
Rick Astley and the Romantics.
Others like that. Well, not the Romantics so much, but there were other groups like that did like almost old crooning music.
Yeah.
Then there was hair metal. So there was all kinds of different
What's
music.
hair metal?
It was like really hard rock, where the guys had big frizzy hairdos.
Like Nirvana.
No, Nirvana was grunge. It came along later. I'm talking like
Metallica.
Well, Metallica was just plain metal.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden was all just plain British metal.
Yeah.
But there was also that. So there was a lot of different music in the 80s, Mark. A
Yeah.
lot of different kinds of music. Just like in the 70s.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol was a perfect example. He was a real hit in the 80s. So we did a couple of Billy Idol videos.
Yes.
He was a huge hit. But Huey Lewis, to me, is an iconic sound.
Yeah.
Iconic means it reminds you of the whole time and space. So you could say, for example, that Jimi Hendrix was iconic of the late 60s.
Yeah.
You could say that Huey Lewis was iconic of the 1980s.
Yeah.
And really, that's true. So when you think of the 1980s and music, you think of Huey Lewis.
Yeah. If you could choose a band that you really love, which one is the Police or the Huey Lewis?
Between those two,
yeah,
I like Huey Lewis more. But I like the Police's technical playing.
Yeah.
Very much. But I've always liked Huey Lewis's kind of music more.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike the Police. I love the Police. It's just that which one do you like more? That's the one I like more.
Yeah.
But not a lot more, just more. They both had, and reggae was popular in the late 70s, 80s.
That's what the Police did.
And the Police did that. So there was such a variety of music back then that you just don't have today. And
yeah.
But this one reminds me of the 1980s so much because I was your age when this came out.
What about like female bands?
There was plenty of females. Oh yeah, lots of females.
Fleetwood Mac.
Well, they did some 80s stuff, but they kind of ended their career in the 80s.
Blondie.
Yep, she was big in the 80s. Absolutely.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yes, another one. Exactly.
Madonna.
The Go-Go's and the Bangles and Bananarama, and there was all kinds.
Belinda Carlisle.
Patti Smith. And Belinda Carlisle. So yeah, there was all.
Oh, I should do Patti Smith.
There were probably more female singers in the 80s than in the 70s. It really exploded. Anyway, people want to hear all about that.
Yeah.
But yes, I love Huey Lewis in the News. I love the music. It takes me back to being young again. And so it's just great music. It really is.
Yeah, I love. What is your favorite song from Huey Lewis? This one or The Power of Love?
I think Power of Love.
The Power of Love?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Because it's from the movie Back to the Future.
Yes, exactly. That's an iconic movie of the 1980s.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just remember that first scene where he hits a guitar and it blows up the amp
Yeah.
across the room. Next thing you know, that song kicks in.
Yeah.
He's skateboarding through town. Yes, that was an iconic.
Yeah, just like the Goonies.
That was an iconic movie of the '80s, just like Huey Lewis was an iconic song, a band of the '80s. So certain films and TV shows and bands take you back. They're linked to that decade completely, and they're tied to it to remind you of it.
Michael Jackson was in the '80s
Yeah,
too.
he's a big time '80s icon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
but he had a hard time.
Not in the '80s. He did. He did good in the '80s.
He did.
Yes, he did very good. All right, so that's all we have today, folks. We've talked about Huey Lewis.
Thank you so much.
You love the song. I love the song.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. So thank you so much for listening with us to Huey Lewis in the News. If you want some more on MTV, we're gonna do Survivor: Eye of the Tiger.
That's a classic.
So Eye of the Tiger will be presented on a Thursday. Oh, you want me to do Simple Minds?
Yes, you should. Yes, it's also iconic.
Maybe I should do Simple Minds first, and then.
Doesn't matter. What do you want to do? That song was from Karate Kid, by the way. The movie The Karate Kid.
What song?
The one you're gonna do from Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger.
Karate Kid was an iconic movie of the '80s.
Yeah.
And both the Power of
Power of Love.
Not Power of Love. It's a song by by Peter Cetera.
Glory of Love.
The Glory of Love, which I think is Peter Cetera, not Chicago.
It is Peter Cetera.
Okay. And Huey Lewis's song. Those two are tied to that movie. I'm sorry. The Huey Lewis song is Back to the Future, but the Peter Cetera song and Eye of the Tiger are both part of the iconic film The Karate Kid.
Yes.
So there were certain films and songs that go with that decade, and these are the tops, the ones everybody remembers.
Yeah. So thank you so much for listening with me to Huey Lewis and the News. Please follow me on Instagram, Mark Best Friend 22. And please subscribe to Rock My Bean.
Rock My Bean.
Subscribe to Rock My Bean. We're doing always great stuff there.
We're reacting to ABBA on Rock My Bean.
Yeah.
And Rush and Led Zeppelin and some Pink Floyd.
I'm reacting to ABBA here too.
There you go.
And please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Please keep happy, stay smiling, and keep dancing on.